Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hi, Andrew, good morning. How are you? Hi, Roseanne, how are you? Hi, Becca. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Hi, Light. Nice to see you. Oh, yesterday was very, very interesting. Hi, Christine. How are you? I'm going to give you guys the update. Good to see you too, Roseanne. Hi, Dana. You're living the dream, Andrew? Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Hi, Enjoy. How are you? Hi, Ronalda. Hi, Nate. Hi, Sasha. I hope everybody's having a good day. I wasn't sure I was gonna make it on, but then I was like, no, I gotta check in. I had a bit of a busy day today. With whom, Christine? Hi, Ginger. Hi, Lucia. Hi, Diane. It went really interesting, actually. Nate, I don't know why somebody would be mad about that. Why would they be mad? I mean, Christine, we're talking about kitty cats. Is it? It's pouring cats and dogs right now. It's raining, Jill. Hi, Frederick. How are things in Sweden? I'm from Toronto, Canada. Did I get a kitty kitty? A new kitty kitty? Oh no, Roseanne, I'm sorry to hear that. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Frederick. So it's interesting. I went to go see Jerry yesterday, and I don't know if any of you heard it in the weekly video that I posted. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? But unfortunately, Jerry was not a match. Thank you, Phil. I have. How about you? So Jerry was not a match, unfortunately. Oh, thanks, Diane. I love green. But I had an interesting experience. So this is a cat rescue that I went to that is like a house with multiple rooms of cats, and they're cage free. I mean, yes, they have, sorry, there's cages in there, but they're open. They can go in and out of the cages as they please. Oh, thank you, Frederick. I appreciate that. And so, unfortunately, Jerry, hi, Melissa. How are you? Thank you, Tony. So none of them really came to me, actually, Tamara, because it was one of those situations where I went to see Jerry and Jerry was just too scared. He was too scared. He wouldn't even remotely look in my direction. And hi, Jose. And so I was a little sad about that. And then we kind of looked at some other cats, and they weren't the right fit. Like there was probably 5 or 6 rooms, maybe. Yeah, I felt bad for him, Tamara. He was a really cute cat, but he wasn't in any position to come home with me. It just wouldn't have worked. He was, when I tell you he was scared, he was scared. And he had another cat that was just glued to him, like totally glued to him. And so I knew that that wasn't going to work. And so I went in the first room. Yeah, me too. I pray for that too. So I went into the first room with Jerry, and no cats. One cat came to me, but apparently he's a very aggressive cat and he can turn on people. So that was not an option, unfortunately. And I went into the other room. That was a no. I went into another room. That was a no. I went into another room, and that was a no. Hi, Matt. Good evening. And in the last room, funny, it's the last room that I went into, there was an adorable, adorable cat, a little boy, 10 months old, named Ace. And that cat would have been an instant adoption, but he was already adopted the day before. So he was not an option to adopt, but he was very special looking. He had really cool gray coloring with tabby, but like smoky gray, not like a typical gray tabby. I love my friend. And so that was kind of a bummer because he was really affectionate and he was doing everything to get attention. He was rolling, he was rubbing against my leg, he was all up in my business. But he was already adopted, so I couldn't adopt him. And then it turned out that Ace had two brothers, and one brother Scout and one brother Marty. And Marty was really shy to the point where you couldn't really go near him. He was pretty scared. And Scout was just in between. Like, he showed elements of real sweetness, but then he was also afraid. But then as I looked at him, I said, he has a very lovely, lovely face. He has a sweetness about him. And if Ace is so affectionate, then I'm sure he would be too. He just maybe needs a little bit of attention. And, I tried to pick him up. He let me a little bit, but he was too scared. And then I kind of had to make a decision in the moment. And I said, you know what? He's got a beautiful coat. He's got gorgeous markings, beautiful. He's a tabby, but he's got really beautiful stripes, almost like zebra stripes. And he looks a lot like Jim. Funny how Jim has big tail energy. Remember, like his tail would like curve on his back, like as if it was his manhood. And we would say he has BTE. Well, it's funny because after bringing Scout home, it's interesting. Like Scout, I don't call him Scout, by the way. I'll tell you his name in a moment. But hi, Joshua. He has a thick, thick tail. Like he has BTE energy. Like I don't mean a fluffy tail. Like it's thick. And I was like, holy. So apparently, I'm being sent these BTE energy cats. And so, anyways, my mother had a thought about a name. So his name isn't Scout. He's no longer Scout. His name is Taro. Taro. His name is Taro. Taro is a Japanese word that can mean eldest son, son. It can also mean big boy. It can also mean big boy. And so we called him Taro. Taro. Maybe Taro will do tarot. Hi, Carla. So we shall see. He's I don't know if I have some pictures of him. Hi, Peter. And today we had progress because last night he was super scared. This morning he's been super scared. He's been scared, 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 scared. You love all of this, Taro? Yeah, Taro. It's he's really cute. And he's become suddenly super affectionate. He went from like not wanting to be touched to now he's rubbing against my leg, he's purring, he let me touch his belly, he let me kiss him on the head. And let's see if I can find a picture of him. Like you can at least see his stripes. Let's see if I can get one of his. This is him having his meal for the first time. He just ate, just about not even an hour ago, for the first time, which is crazy. But this is him getting affectionate for the first time, letting me touch him. And hi, Pauline. So he's letting me rub his belly. And he's being a little sweetheart. Now, like I'm telling you, this wasn't anything he would allow even hours ago. He was hiding. I had to kind of take him out from behind a mirror. He feels good about him? Yeah, he seems very sweet. Yeah, he showed his belly. That's a good sign. He's a tabby. He's got really, really beautiful stripes. I got him to lay on, but it's kind of funny. He looks like Jim. He looks like Jim. Yeah, well, no kidding. He looks like Jim. This one, he really looks like Jim. I did, Jill. I did. Thank you, Becca. Yeah, I'll see if I can get some video for you, some better video or some better. Thank you. Some nicer photos. But there he was in bed just, I don't know, an hour ago. He's now hiding back behind the mirror. But I said, I'm going to leave him. I'm going to let him go do that for a while and let him adjust. Hi, Kimmy. So yeah, little Taro. He's 10 months old. He's a little bit younger than I actually was looking for. Yes, absolutely. You know, I think that he is a very sweet boy. Karma and Pandy, I let them sniff the carrier when I brought him home, and they didn't say anything. They didn't hiss or anything. They didn't, you know. Oh, thanks, Kimmy. Hi, Veronica. Hey, Veronica, you just came in at the right time. I know this looks like Jameson. I know it looks like Jameson. You didn't get to see him. This is Taro, T-A-R-O. He will soon be in videos at some point, right? So there you go, Veronica. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. He looks a lot like Jimmy. He looks a lot like Jimmy. Yeah, it means eldest. Like I said, it's a Japanese word for eldest son, big boy. You have a 19-year-old? He's 10 months. He's 10 months. Like I said, I was looking for more around a year and a half to 3 to be closer to Karma, but I think he's going to be a really nice cat with Karma. I think they're going to play, and I think they're going to, yeah, we're going to do a reading, Kimmy. We're going to do a general collective reading. He looks like Jack, but more darker. Yeah, he is dark. Like he's a dark tabby. You can tell he's a dark, yeah, Pauline. I mean, like, you know, he's going to have a wonderful life. He's going to be spoiled rotten, you know? So, oh, I think they're going to be team shenanigans 100%, Dana. 100%. Hi, Anne. Hi, Anne. I have a new kitty cat in the house. His name is Taro. Thanks, Lucia. So let's get into the cards. Tell me, what is your word of the day, everybody? Thanks, Effie. Tabby with black stripe and gray and white color. That's nice, Matt. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks, Frederick. Yeah, buckle up. I know. I know. I know. I got to get prepared for when these cats start chasing each other. And I think he's going to be gentle with Pandy. That was the other thing I thought about. Because I saw that his brother was so sweet, and I knew that he had it in him. And already today, he's good. Oh, Pauline, I'm so sorry to hear that about your mom. I'm very sorry. Yeah, Jill, I'm debating what to do with pet insurance, whether I want to do pet insurance or whether I'll save the money on the side in my own account. I don't know yet. Optimistic is your word of the day. Searching. What are you searching for, Peter? So you were supposed to relax today, Frederick. Did you relax? Hi, Jesse. How are you? Thanks, Barry. I appreciate it. You're thinking about it? Yeah. Hi, Gina. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Yeah, I heard Costco has pet insurance as well. But, you know, in the research that I've done with pet insurance, not all companies are easy to deal with. And that's something that I'm going to be a little bit picky about because I've seen a lot of reviews. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have to think about that. You're searching for your unique spiritual path. Well, you've definitely been making changes, Peter. You didn't find the pet insurance helpful. I think it really depends on the company. And I also think that, yeah, you have to be careful about other clauses. I agree with you. And I feel like if I could put aside $50 a month, then realistically, in theory, over, let's say 10 years, there should be enough money there. Hi, Tara. Hi, John. Yeah. Because then it's not just limited to one cat. If I had an emergency fund for cats, then I could use it for whatever cat needs it, you know? Yeah, clauses, exactly, Veronica. Yeah, yeah. Well, we shall see. So let's get into the cards. Let's see what's going on. The weather, you know what? It's been so dull. It's finally now just like popping with a bit of sun, but it's been, oh, Kimmy, I totally understand. I totally understand. But it really is more of a soul searching journey. It's you finding yourself. That's the whole purpose of it. And I make a lot of videos about that. I can help you with it if you need it. Good. I hope you feel better soon, Roseanne. Vitality, strength, and open heart. Yes, Matt, super important. You moved out and went off grid at the beginning of the month. Actually, it's not a bad idea sometimes to get some time to yourself, right? The word of the day from me is change. Change. Is 30 degrees there, Dana? Oh my goodness. Wow. I would love that, Roseanne. I would really love to see you. A lot of changes. I mean, we talked about this a bit yesterday. How are you feeling as we're getting closer to the full moon? I feel like I ask that every day, but the full moon is, it's like the same answer I'm getting from people in my sessions. It's like hot and cold, this and that, extremes of one end to the other, happy, disappointed, grieving, excited. Things are good, they're not so good. It's very much a en français comme ci comme ça, right, Matt? A little bit of like, nah, it is what it is, but it's this and then it's that. It's that and then it's this. It's a real mixed bag of energy, you know? I don't think that, yeah, it's a yo-yo, exactly, Dana. The weather's a yo-yo and so is the energy, right? You feel the challenges, Raven? You feel the back and forth, yeah. Miss, we do it on Zoom. I do recorded ones as well, but typically the ones where we get the most talk and the most depth is when we're talking on Zoom. So, yeah, comedy, tragedy, exactly. You feel very fatigued in conjunction with the CMEs. Are you doing okay, Peter? Yeah, it's yin and yang. I mean, like, if you think about it, Sagittarius energy is like growth and expansion and freedom. It's almost like we're trying to liberate ourselves a little bit, right? Fire and ice. Kat, thank you for reminding me. I said that in Zoom sessions today, multiple times. Fire and ice. I had 2 decks going in each session, and like, I would get like a very like icy and then very fiery. So I'm not surprised, you know? So if you go to the link in my bio, so right in Instagram, you go to my bio, it'll take you to my website and you'll see the 60-minute Zoom. And then once you purchase, then we'll set a date and a time. Yeah, positive and negative. There's always, and I just said this to my mom recently, you know, like good people do bad things, bad people do good things. It's all perspective. It's never all this and it's never all that. But it kind of feels right now like it's going back and forth between this and that and this. Like I said, it's kind of all over the place. Your day of the word, your word of the day is proud. You went through a challenge and proud of how you handled. I'm so happy for you, Jennifer. That's amazing. Glad to hear it. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to see you. And I'd like to thank many of you for your likes and comments on the video that I posted about my story. It's much appreciated. I ended up talking to my mom about it today, which was really nice. You know, we were just talking about some of the things that I went through, and what I really do appreciate in the conversations that I have with her now in retrospect is more of the compassion, like the way, you know, she looks back and says, wow, Kelly, you know, this wasn't easy for you. And, you know, she told me today, I'm sorry. And it just was unfortunate, but you know what? It all changed me for the better. And thank you. And it's all for the better. So if you've watched the video and you've gotten something from it, amazing. If you haven't watched it and you don't know my story, because many of you already know, those of you that have been with me for a long time, you know what I've been through. But there's so much more that I'm going to talk about in the next videos. You know, about some of the things that I went through in the entire process. Oh, hi, Jen. Oh, Jen, I was just talking about the video that I posted yesterday, but also I have a new kitty in the house. But I also have a new kitty in the house. Hi, Nikki. So yeah. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Let's get into the cards. Hi, Aria. How are you? Yeah, new kitty. His name is Taro. Taro. I did. I did. He looks like Jim. He has big tail energy. Taro. So taro is a Japanese word that can mean eldest, like eldest son, and it can also mean big boy. And so I was like, oh, that's cute. Kind of sounds like tarot cards, but then he is a big boy. He's tall. He's got a thick tail. His name originally was Scout. But I wanted one that had, like, you know, a double syllable. I did, Em, I did. So, you want to see him? Oh, you're so cute. Let's see. I'll show you really quickly. I mean, he looks like Jim here. He looks like Jim. But he's got very dark stripes. He's got a very, very, very silky, you can't tell in this picture. Yeah, I know, little babies. Hi, Joseph. Thank you, Jen. He's got really sweet, I mean, I can show you just from behind when he was eating his first food. You can see his stripes. He has, I don't know if it's easy to see, probably not. He's got very, very dark, kind of like zebra. So obviously there's a animal print sheet there. Of course I would have an animal print sheet. You're using the same exact blanket right now? But he's got very, very, very dark stripes, and his face has really beautiful stripes on it too. He looks very silky, very luxurious. And he's turning into a real sweetheart. I mean, he wasn't a few hours ago. All of a sudden, like, the switch happened. So, all right, let's get into it. Let's see. Let's see what is the current energies. Ah, the star, healing and blessings. He's adjusting. I mean, is he a Gemini? No, he was born, apparently, they say, August 20th or 21st. I have to look. I know it's one of the two. So he's like a Leo on the cusp of Virgo. Yeah, it's interesting. The lady from the rescue, they were a little bit apprehensive yesterday, not about the adoption, but about like him, you know, coming out of his shell so fast. And I kept saying, don't worry. I was like, don't worry. I have amazing cats. My cats will eat anything. They're pure. They're sweet. You saw me in your dream last night. What do I want to know? What was it? Good energy in the dream? I hope. But I have been told that before. Maybe I have something to tell you. Maybe. So a good energy. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. But anyways, yesterday the lady at the rescue said that even she couldn't pick him up, and she saw me pick him up even just briefly for a second. She's like, he didn't freak out the way he normally would. So she said there was something about my aura. She said that obviously I knew it would work, and that I must have done something to win him over already. But kitty cats have always liked me. There's a picture of me. I wish I had it to show you. There's a picture of me when I was maybe like, oh, I don't know, 2.5. And like, this is a side story. The reason why I know my age in the picture, well, maybe just over 2.5. I was in the newspaper when I was a child. I was on the back of a horse. Now, I know this sounds very irresponsible, but hence this was 1982. I mean, the things that we did in those days. My sister had an Arabian mare that we eventually bought, who was a schoolmaster. Like, she was like the most docile riding horse ever. And I was on the back of this horse at 2.5 years old. And I was standing on the horse, like my arms out, like, and they put me on the picture of, they put me on the picture, they put me on the, put my picture on the newspaper, front page of the newspaper, the local newspaper. Anyways, I think around that time, they took a picture of me in the barn, and I had a little riding helmet on, my little riding pants, and I was snuggling the cats. Like the cats were just like hanging off my hanging off my arms, and I was probably, I don't even know, I must have been like 2.5, 3 years old. So I think from a very early age, cats and dogs have always liked me. I've always had and horses. I've always had a good connection with animals. So I don't know where that picture, I don't know where that picture is, but if I ever find it, I'll show you guys. Yeah, a good mix for Karma. I think so too. I think he and Karma are gonna play, and I think he'll be gentle with Pandy as well. So let's take a look. Let's see what the star energy is all about. Awesome, Sarah. Looking forward to it too. I'll be in touch. I'll be in touch. I'll give you some, or my next available. You feel so much more connected to animals than people. And I think that's natural for some, right? Oh, thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate it. So the star card, unexpected rendezvous. There's good luck. There's good luck. That unexpected rendezvous card has been coming out a lot. You might hear from somebody, you might run into someone that you haven't seen in a long time. Yeah, the unconditional love from a pet is incredible. Absolutely. Absolutely. The potential or challenge today is the Eight of Swords. How many of you are in the head? You're like overthinking. Are you overthinking your healing? Are you overthinking what's next? Yeah, born in 86. We did some questionable things. Go back. Yeah, I know. Gosh. I mean, like, I was in a diaper, like, cantering, if you know what that means, on the back of a horse, like by myself, you know? It could be new people. Yeah, Zen, of course it could be. Of course it could be. So, you tried to swim it away? How did it go, Anne? How did it go? Yeah, Ginger, you're in your head too. Let's see what this is all about. Let's look at what the overthinking is. Ah, yes, the time has come. It means like, you know, you got to do something. Change is here. You're feeling much more at peace, ready to purge everything. Good, I'm glad, Jen. Good for you. Good for you. All right, what should we focus on today? The moon. You can't even make it up. Full moon in Sagittarius vibes. Purge, surrender, let go. Exactly, Dana. And that's what was happening. So Taro was hiding behind this giant mirror that I have in my bedroom, and I decided it was time to fish him out. But actually, funny story, but not funny story. Last night, I probably had the biggest heart attack, and I was scared beyond belief, because instead of taking him up to one of the bedrooms, which is probably what I should have done in the first place, I got the idea that, well, if I shut the bedroom doors upstairs and I barricade the stairs down to the basement, to the garage, he should be fine, because he was hiding under a cabinet. And I thought, you know what, I'll leave him there and let him hide, because that's what they should do at first, let them hide. Hi, Megan. And I said, you know what, I'll sleep on the couch, just like I used to do with Jimmy, when Jimmy had the rupture. I said, I'll sleep on the couch and I'll just keep an eye on him and let him kind of walk around and find his way. Well, at one point, I went over to the cabinet where he was, and he flipped out. He freaked, and he ran. Now, I'm going to tell you that this cat ran so fast that I had no idea where he ran to. And I tore apart, no exaggeration, my entire home looking for him. Because at one moment I got really paranoid, because I did open the front door once to change the battery on my doorbell, and I thought, no, he wouldn't have, because he was hiding. There's no way he would even know where the door is. So but you still, in your mind, you think, oh my God, what did I do? I thought, did he run down to the little, like, it's not a basement, but it's like a little area to the garage? I tore everything apart. I have a treadmill down there that's folded. I've got boxes down there. There's Christmas decorations down there. I tore it all apart like multiple times, couldn't find him. I thought, could it be possible he jumped behind, there's a little gap behind my fridge if they got on the counter. I was like, well, maybe he went behind there. No. Yeah, hide and seek, it wasn't fun. Then I thought maybe he ran upstairs and jumped behind the washer and dryer, because like that could be a possibility. I tore all the laundry. You should see the pile of laundry on my floor right now. I pulled it all off. I jumped on top of the washer and dryer. I put the flashlight. I looked. He wasn't there. I thought maybe he tried to get under the sofa, but there's really no room. But you never know with cats. You never know with cats. I moved the sofas multiple, maybe Karma was giving me exercise when she was hiding her toy there this weekend, and having me move the couch, because I had to like literally move a 3-seater sofa and a love seat, trying to find him. I looked above any cabinet that I could, thinking, could he have gotten up somewhere? Where could he be? Could he be hiding behind the toilet? You don't even understand. You don't even understand what I went through. And you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh at sometimes you say to yourself, aren't you smarter than this? You would think so. You would think so. And so I searched my bedroom everywhere. I searched my bedroom. Okay, so your puppy did this too. You were in a panic. I even texted my sister saying, I cannot find this cat. I cannot find this cat. I do not know where I have torn my home to shreds, okay, looking for him. And you're going to say to yourself, Kelly, where did you find him? Where did you find him? No, he wasn't sitting on the fridge. In my bedroom, next to my bed, I have a gray, this is how dark it was, by the way, sorry if you can't see. I have a gray IKEA shelf. He jumped up on the top shelf, the last shelf, and sat there and watched me the entire time. Yeah, this cat was watching me look, 100%, 100%. He was sitting up here and he blended in. He blended in because this is like exactly his color. And it was kind of dark. I even turned on the lights and didn't see him. Like, if I would have just, I can't even believe how, like, I don't want to say how stupid, but like, I can't even tell you. He just watched me tear the whole house apart. Yeah, typical cat move. He's like, it's like payback. I couldn't believe it. And I spent, I don't know, 40 minutes ripping the house apart. I wasn't meant to see. I panicked. You have no idea. All the things were going through my mind. Hello. Oh my God. You wouldn't believe the things that were going through my mind. I know, I was blind. I said, how am I going to explain this? How am I going to explain? Like, I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you, like, I could not find him. I could not find him whatsoever. I was like, yeah, very typical cat move. And then he sat there watching me. I could not believe that I didn't see him. And I was scared. I was like, how am I going to explain this? What happens when the cat rescue is going to ask me for an update? What am I going to say? I could not, I swear, I was like, he disappeared. I was like, I don't know where he is. But then I thought about it. I was like, eventually he'd have to come out. I'm even asking like ChatGPT. I've talked like I'm talking on the phone to ChatGPT or something. That's how you know your age, when you do this versus like this, like holding the phone. Oh man. Like honestly. I will never forget it. I was sweating. I mean, I got a workout in, obviously. You've done that? Chloe refuses to answer when you call. Smokey always answers. Yeah, your cat's, yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see his personality. I mean, he's already shown me. He's already shown me. Don't do that with my hand again. Yeah, Ninja Cat. Oh, gosh. What other one did I do, Veronica? I don't even know. Oh, make me laugh, Veronica. I guess, but I was talking about it, but I was talking about like a cell phone. Like I was talking like a cell phone, you know? Oh my goodness. Yeah, newfound fun at Kelly's. Yeah. Little bugger. But it's all good. It's all good. We'll see what happens when he starts roaming around. But he's very, very sweet. He's very, very sweet. So, yeah, next time do it with the phone in my hand. Okay, make sure. We'll clarify. We'll clarify. So the moon, what should we focus on today? Oh, the whip. Oh, interesting. The whip is actually telling us not to repeat old things because it can be repetitive. It can also indicate anger or arguments. Have any of you been having any conflict or arguments with anybody? Or spiciness, that's possible too. Because I'm curious, because I know there's a lot of like conflict in the air because of Chiron, which is like wounds coming to the surface, you know? There's also a lot of emotion, just silence, okay. Get the mind out of the gutter. Yeah. Your adult kids, yeah. Okay, spiciness, there's a whole slew of energy. Yes. As in, Veronica, in what aspect? The spiciness, or you mean like the inner conflict even? Because there is some inner conflict right now too. There's a lot of decision making, I think, is the issue right now too. Conflicted about what's what, you know? Not repeating old things is applicable to you. Yeah, Renata said the emotions. Veronica just said inner conflict. Oh, I see, Anne. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, Ginger, you too. That's 100% with you too. Not really conflict, but just don't talk to your ex. You've been cold towards her. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole mixed bag of energies right now, right? So the recent past is the Hanged Man, feeling stuck. How many of you have been feeling a bit stuck where you're like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, do I do this? Do I do that? And it's almost like trying to find some clarity, you know? You feel stuck, Ginger? It's tough. It's one of those energies right now where it's like you gotta make a move of some kind. But you're on the right track. I mean, this is the nice thing about this card. It's telling you steady progress, forward motion, one way, go the distance, direct route. Like there's no going back. You know, I always say this, like once you know something, it's very hard to unknow it. Once you've seen something, it's hard to unsee it, you know? Now you feel relaxed, good, and you don't feel as stuck. That's good. At the moment, you're afraid of getting stuck, so keep making moves then. That's okay, Zen. Any movement is good movement, right? So the strength position is strength. The universe is like, I said what I said. Let's like put an exclamation point. Gotta have strength right now. It's almost like, I would almost describe it like an addiction where you've got to basically be strong and work through it. I did pay the adoption fee. The adoption fee was $350. They have a lovely organization. They do a lot for cats. And I did ask if that was like the firm price. And it is, and it was. But I knew that I was doing something good, because when you have a rescue organization where there are, I don't even know how many cats, their vet bills are, oh no, that's okay. Their vet bills are like $4,000 a month. So yeah, with the adoption fee, I did it, but I'll figure it out later. I figured it's nice to do something good and also have new energy and new love in the house and can give them a home, you know? Hi, Michelle. How are you? I'm well, thank you. I know, Zen. That's typically a Mike answer, right? The lighthouse. We're divinely guided and there's safe passage. It's okay to make moves right now. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. So the near future, hi Val, how are you? Both of yours are rescues. Yeah, all of mine have come from shelters, humane societies. Thank you, Emma. I appreciate it. No, that cat's gonna have a wonderful life. We're gonna have a wonderful life. So let's see. Good. You feel like things are moving again? Wonderful. Near future, Queen of Pentacles, stability. That's what we're striving for, right? We want to feel good. We want to feel like financially stable. We want to feel like we're giving something, but also receiving, right? It's balance. And with that, we have the Firefly, spark, creativity. It also says someone special, exceptional, actually. I mean, that can be someone you're dealing with, but it's also you. You got to remember, you are exceptional. You are deserving. You deserve the best of the best of the best, and go for it. Why not? From the forest across the street, it was meant to be, Cheryl. It was meant to be. Yeah, exactly. So the suggested approach is the sun. It's a yes card, happiest card. I am the prize. I am the snack. I don't chase. I only attract, Melissa. That's what we say here, right? But the sun is yes, and it's also forward motion, more Leo energy, very strong Leo vibes. Very strong Leo vibes. You asked ChatGPT for a tarot reading and it was amazingly accurate. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Diane. Good. ChatGPT can do many things. I would always just say, be careful that you're not giving it, your birth date and your address or any financial information. I always say, just err on the side of caution when it comes to sharing your personal information. The Leo vibes are a test. Could be. Could be. I pulled both your cards. I did. Yep. Strength and sun. Hi, Jen. We did chat a lot. We have chatted a lot, but the live will be reposted, right? You'll be able to see it later. I know it's not the same when we're in the moment, but I always laugh about that because nobody sees the comments. They just see what I say, right? They're probably like, what is she talking about? The sun card and there's the woman card. Interesting. The sun is divine masculine and there's the feminine energy. So we're looking at balance of eclipse energy, union energy, So interesting. It's a lot of union vibes even, if that makes sense. So what do we need to know? Yeah, today's word is definitely about balance. I think everything needs to have a perspective, right? And what do we need to know? The Hermit, you got to search your soul a little bit. What do you want? What do you want? Make that decision. And there's the Geese, on a quest, on a mission. Know where you're going. You've got to figure out where you're going. What direction anyways. You may not know like for 1,000% what is what, but you've got to have some sort of idea of where you'd like to be, right? So the hope and or fear, Four of Cups, is overanalyzing to the point of missing out on an opportunity. You've got to be very careful with that. Thinking for far too long is not going to help you. Waiting is only going to bring more waiting. And there's the ship moving forward, going places. Maybe you're into boats or sailing. So, yeah, I'm sure, John. I'm sure that's the truth. But yeah. You've got an opportunity, don't know if it's right. Other offers coming in, and you're confused. Trust your intuition, Val. See where it takes you. Just make a decision and see. There's, you know what? Either way, it's a learning experience. Bonjour, mon ami. How are you as well? Let's see the probable outcome. What do we need to know? Eight of Pentacles, there's work to do. Work, 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 work. We have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. No risk, no reward. But Jake, it's not about too much work. It's about working smart, not working hard. Because sometimes, like, working hard is not gonna do it. It has to be the right networking. It's got to be the right intentions. It's got to be the right sort of fit, right? So with the Eight of Pentacles is the raccoon. There's problems to solve. It's interesting. Raccoon is all about problem solving. I'm well, thank you. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Evolution. 23, number 5, right? Empowerment, transformations, protected, and preparedness. Now, interesting, it matches exactly what I have on, so there's no no coincidence here. Green is the heart chakra. Yeah. What a lovely, lovely reading. I agree. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. I've got to go do a few things, and I have dinner that I need to eat. Oh, you found a creamy on sale? Use sugar-free pudding mix, oat milk, and protein powder on the smoothie setting. Absolutely amazing banana pudding ice cream. The kids ate the whole pint in 20 minutes. I know, Kat. Look at, good for you. Kat, here's a tip for you. Just the tip. Yeah, sugar-free pudding mix. I agree. You can put in like a couple scoops of that. Put your protein powder, some fat-free milk. You can put a little bit of sweetener if you want to, like monk fruit sweetener, and put it on the light ice cream setting. The light ice cream setting gives a really nice texture. You have to spin it twice, remember, right? So you do it once, and then there's going to be a hole. There's going to be a hole in the middle, and you can add in your nuts, or you can. Sorry, that sounds so bad. You can add in, I don't know, chocolate chips. You can add in peanut butter, whatever, and then you spin it again. You can spin it again. Oh, that's great, Jake. I know, Veronica. I know. As soon as I said it, I went, "Oh my goodness." You can put the nuts in the hole. Exactly. Oh my goodness, I know. If that's what you're into, I don't know. But you can put anything. You can put anything. Ninja creamy. Yeah, you best investment for summer. Kat, I'm glad you like it because yeah, it looks like a donut hole. It does then. It actually does. It does. Thank you, Barry. I hope you do too. But yeah, Ninja Creamy, if you I should ask you how much it was on sale because the one in Canada is the one at Costco's $179. You know. So I think it was well worth it. I'm gonna be having a cookies and cream one later. $149. Okay, that's great, Kat. Well worth it. And that's American because in Canada, like it would be probably more than that in Canadian, right? Our exchange isn't at par like it used to be like ages ago. Thanks, Light. I appreciate it. Oh, you have one too and you love it? I didn't even really realize how great the Ninja Creamy was until I started seeing the videos. Every person who makes videos about this says it's like the best investment they ever made. And I'm not gonna lie, it for a machine that only makes ice cream or smoothies or milkshakes or whatever, I sorbet, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Yeah, Jake, it's hard for people to accept compliments. And I would just advise, say thank you. That's it. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. No justification of anything. I spin it twice and add some peanut butter and spin it again. Yeah, I add a little bit of peanut butter sometimes. I've put in strawberries. I've put in blueberries. Thick blueberries, of course. But yeah. It's called a Ninja Creamy. You make blueberry sorbet with berries, water, and sugar-free sweetener. Nice. Hi, Debbie. You're welcome, Keziah. Yeah, the Ninja Creamy. I feel like I should work for them because they're it's such a nice product. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's one of those things that you're just gonna use a few times. That's just my opinion. If you love ice cream, like if you're somebody who loves ice cream and you want to make high protein, low carb, easily. If you like ice cream and you don't care about sugar, carbs. Oh, you can make delicious, delicious ice cream. So whatever is your flavor, no pun intended, go for it. You know, I don't think you'd regret it. Protein shakes, yeah. It's not a blender though, Tamara, just so you know, it's not a blender. Ninja makes blenders, but this isn't a blender. This is legit like ice cream, sorbet, milkshake. It's got a permanent position on the counter. I know, mine too. Mine too. Yeah. All right, I better run, but it's always lovely to see you guys. Thank you always for your kindness, your support. I'm excited to see tarot. Hopefully I can give you some updates, some pictures, and yeah, I'm sure you do, Lynn. I'm sure you do. Google it, Ninja Creamy, Creami, Ninja Creamy. You love it too? Yeah, like honestly, like I love ice cream. It's one of my like, I think I grew up that way though. My parents always loved ice cream, so it was a staple in my household, you know? Thank you, Veronica. Thank you, Tamara. I really appreciate it. You have a great evening too. Thank you, Carla. Much love to you too. Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Kat. Kat, we'll have to swap some recipes for the Ninja Creamy. Nice. Thank you, Tara. You too. Thanks, Dana. Thanks, Becca. Thanks, Frederick. Have a wonderful night. Jose, thank you. All of you are amazing. I appreciate it. All right. I got to run. Have a good night, Instagram, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys. Okay, YouTube. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll talk soon. Bye. Good night, Michelle. Thank you.